I'm Baby, but you can call me Hunter, and I'll be your color caster for today. Joining me is the Dragon Rider. You can just call him Rider as play-by-play. So Rider, what do you think about today's match?
I'm actually pretty excited for these games today. We have a lot of great matchups with us, and the teams. They're high energy. We're gonna be going in here. Um, so I feel I'm hyped. I'm ready. All right, how about you, buddy?
Feeling great. We're starting off with Sentinels versus Broken R Button, two teams in our lower tier bracket, but that only means it's going to be a lot bloodier and a lot more fun. Okay, so I want to get us started right away, and I want to move us into pick ban and show you guys what this stuff is really all about. We see Sentinels coming into this draft with a very frontline, tanky team composition backed up by a super powerful 2v2 bot lane in Zyra Khan. Whereas Broken R Button is coming with more disengage, kite, poke, peel with the set to counter the Ornn or the Galio engage and the Zac to engage on the backline while Nami and Ashe output a ton of damage with Vel'Koz R on top of the other team. What do you think, Ryder?
I think that the Sentinels have this really good engage, and the matchups that we have here I feel are heavily in their favor due to the fact of how well they can get in and how well they can secure kills with that Zyra Khan.
Exactly. So, looking at win cons for these two team comps, I think we're really going to want to see play around the bot lane for both teams. Ashe Nami is notoriously oppressive in lane with their poke and trade, but Zyra Khan's all-in is absolutely incredible, so I'm going to be looking at both the bot lane and the junglers to make plays around their subsequent bot lanes. Whereas mid lane is pretty poke, roam, and push heavy, and top lane is, well, it's bruisers. It's a slugfest. Set has the ability to win hard in that lane, but most of the time the lane should go even. What do you think? You agree?
I mean, the Ornn and Set matchup there, Ornn is going to have that W up that's going to just completely throw Set off his game. If he R's at the wrong time, he could be going into a nice Turtle there. As for the Trundle Zac, if Trundle is counter jungling him, it should be pretty good. But I'm definitely going to be looking towards this bot lane. This bot lane is going to be a lot of fun to watch. That Ashe and Nami versus the Zyra Rakan. Nami's pretty good against Rakans, just because she punishes melees pretty hard there.
Absolutely. All right, so now I think it's about time for us to move into game. Is everyone excited in the chat? Woo!
Kasagi!
Awesome. As we move into game, we see that the Zac is, as normal, picking up a Hunter's Talisman. The Trundle is picking up a Hunter's Machete, so we should see fairly normal jungle clears coming out from both of these teams. And we see what looks to be a 5-point start coming out from both teams to start, with nothing too memey for the level 1 plans. Now, as we said, we want to focus a lot on the bot lane matchup in this sort of team comp. It's going to be very volatile and very indicative of how the matchup is going to go. It's rare that you see two team comps that really scale in quite a similar way. Obviously, the Ornn Trundle is going to give a slight advantage to Team Broken R Button, but that's not quite enough to edge out in most team fights if the other team has an advantage. Now, the Ashe, we do see Ashe win Lethal Tempo, which does imply that she is going to go Bork, probably into Runan's Hurricane, which means she's going to absolutely shred this front line. What do you think?
I think that's key here. This front line is a bunch of tanky boys that we have coming at her. She's gonna need to be able to shred them and get her team ahead in that sense there.
Absolutely. The Ornn ult too, coming in on the backline, can apply a lot of pressure, but it can just as easily be interrupted by the Nami Tidal Wave or the Nami Bubble. Even the Set can just jump in there and disrupt that combo really hard, and at the very least force the Ornn to use W in response. We see a Zac starting blue buff bot side with a leash, and then he's immediately looking to go for a level 2 gank bot lane. Looking to pressure
This
this
is gonna be
extremely
good.
volatile lane.
Here we go. Rakan's going in. Zach's following up with his Q there. He did.
They're chasing
do-
them away off the tower, down to the turret now.
Oh, there we go. Ash first blood.
Huge kill bot lane too, setting the Ashe ahead, and the Xayah not having TP to get back into lane is actually going to result in a huge advantage for this bot lane.
Here we go. Trundle's going in.
And he's going out.
Okay, he's leaving. He doesn't want anything to do with that, and I agree there. If he runs into the wrong spot with a Vilcaz set, especially with that Zac roaming up and pathing towards that blue side, that red side jungle there. Oh, here we go. So we got Set engaging with his E. Vilcaz coming in. Galio's going in. He's trying to escape. He flashes out.
Galio getting away just with his flash and his life there. He does have TP to get back in the lane, which means he shouldn't lose too much if he's even forced to pack. He does have 2 health pots running, so that's going to help him out a lot there. Zac's finally getting his red buff. Set didn't actually lose too much off that roam. He loses probably 3 or 4 melee minions, and that's it. So that actually won't impact his lane too much and really helps out his mid laner there, blowing the flash off of the Galio, putting a lot less jungle pressure onto that lane.
Here we go. This is the matchup I've been waiting for.
the orange Set.
Oh yeah,
The
buddy.
bruiser matchup top lane.
The smack.
Smack coming in. We do see Trundle on the bot side of the map looking to
Yeah.
answer that earlier kill onto the bot lane.
Here we go. We have a Trundle gang coming in. Gonna be pillaring that Ashe backwards there. Can the Xayah land? Rakan's going in. Xayah's going. Lands that stun, but not quite there.
Lots of damage coming in bot lane. The Rakan getting chunked low and the Ashe getting chunked low means that this lane's probably going to want to reset after the next wave.
Oh, now we got Ornn and Set flash. Set doesn't have his W up. He just used it.
Jeez, the fight never end. And it's great. I love to see that out of these team comps and out of these teams. This is really what you want to see from team comps like this.
Yeah, especially from our button here. They need to be aggressive in this early game. They need to have to apply all of this map pressure. We see Zac even going up top. That might be another gank for Zac here.
Yeah, we see the Zac actually waiting in the brush, just on your mini-map there, waiting to see if he can pick off the Ornn with a good set engage. Meanwhile, bot lane, we still see the basic trading going back and forth. The Rakan waiting
here we
for
go. Ornn is getting some damage off on Set there, but is it enough? Nope, and he just leaves.
The Ornn will be able to walk away there, exactly. Ornn still has no flash after the earlier play, Set as well off of the mid lane play, so that lane still very gankable for both sides and rides on a knife's edge. We see the Ornn maintains a slight CS advantage because of the level 2 roam from Set, but nothing too insurmountable for the Set indeed, just thanks to his base HP regen in combination with Doran's shield. Makes him pretty obnoxious to lane against. See the Ornn TP back in, and we see Trundle on Dragon actually, super low.
Very low. Nami's just gonna come in and take him out. Probably pick up that Dragon too.
That Nami is my type of support.
We have Rakan going in. Galio's moving in. We have Zac. Okay.
Oh, they're all flashing away.
They're all going out of there.
Now with Rakan flash down, the threat is actually much lower on the bot side too. So that's really works out very, very well for team the red team.
Now I do respect that Trundle and that Dragon pick there. He did see Zac top. I just don't think he had that flash clear. If that Nami wasn't there, that was an easy pickup for Dragon there.
Yeah, absolutely. The Trundle just pushing his luck a little bit too far and doesn't quite get it, but a huge play by Nami to actually spot him out there and get the kill on the Dragon and the kill on the Trundle. We see another
moving in. Okay. That's a good trade by Galio.
Yeah, Galio getting a lot of chunk down onto the Vel'Koz. He knows he's not quite in kill range because of the barrier, but if it weren't for that barrier, he might have actually been able to flash in there and get a kill and put his team in a really great position with priority mid lane.
Now we do see Zach moving up topside again. He really wants to double down on this Ornn. Set him up. But we have Galio and Trundle about to respond as well. Good Ornn back engaged there. Zach passive down. This will be an easy cleanup by blue team.
Yeah, the Sentinels really coming in hot with that counter gank from the Ornn Galio, and the Trundle coming in just at the end to ensure that nothing can come of that play, even if anything went wrong there. Zach still saved his flash there. It's probably a good choice because there was way too much damage, and with the Trundle on the backside, there's no way they were getting out of that play. So he should be able to make a play in the future with that. What I'd really like to see happen here is I'd like to see the Zac slow down a little bit, catch up on levels, get level 6, and go for a big play bot lane. But that might be risky because that Xayah Rakan is super powerful in the all-in, and they're getting close to level 6 themselves. They might even be able to turn it with another Galio ult by then.
Oh, I completely agree. I think that Zach is going to go for a full clear now and actually look for another engaged bot side there. He's been doing really well with just constant ganks, constant pressure on the map.
Yeah, it's very, very aggressive playstyle from this Zach, and something you don't often see out of the champion. But it plays to his team's win conditions in the fact that this bot lane is very volatile, and that they need to make sure that their lanes don't fall too far behind in any sense, because the slightest advantage in this game can really turn into a snowball if played right. We will see that the Galio still has TP up, top laners both have TP down, top laners both with Ornn getting flash just now, flash is up, and bot lane, Nami still down flash, Rakan still down flash. That's actually huge. Rakan ping 6 here right now, but he still doesn't have flash, so he can't make the flash all-in engage on the Nami, which buys
another Galio trade.
Yeah, these Galio trades
are very close every time.
Yeah, they're really going at it mid lane. I'd also like to see if the Zac can pull off a counter gank in response to one of those Galio engages. But it can be pretty risky if they don't have vision on the Trundle, because that 2v2 is very, very lopsided right now. We see top lane, Ornn's backing, getting his Sunfire Cape, whereas Set is working towards either a Trinity Force or a Black Cleaver. I would like to see a Black Cleaver against this much frontline. But
I think he's going Black Cleaver, yeah.
It can depend pretty heavily on the player as well, for sure.
Here we go. Rakan's going in. RE. Nami's trying to just live with an ulti, but unable to escape.
Absolutely. There we see the incredible all-in that you get out of Xayah Rakan. Rakan having the extra dash range to Xayah, plus the ability to just instantly CC and dash to someone into the Trundle gank, just makes it impossible for the Nami without flash to get out there. It's a kill that you're probably going to have to give up at least once this game, so it's nothing too much to worry about.
That's going in with the Z, gets that double knockup. Ash ulti down. We got a TP coming in. Galio coming, power diving. Here we go, wombo combo.
Under the turret.
Quick cleanup of that.
Yeah, great communication coming out of Sentinels too there to get the Galio TP roam, counter ganking again, diving them under turret, picking up the Zac for a second time.
And looking for Dragon.
We do see the Vel'Koz contesting at the Dragon, but the Ashe cannot join because of the pressure in her lane.
Galio is just going to keep them off of this Dragon here while Trundle takes and chips down here. Oh, nice pillar by Trundle, interrupting the Vel'Koz there. Rakan's going in. And he's back out there. Good trade.
Good disengage too. Absolutely. Great disengage coming out from the Sentinels. Great roam from their bot lane, making sure that they pressured the turret so Ashe couldn't join, and then roaming up to the fight and ensuring that their team could get away safely. Great pillar coming out of the Trundle too to interrupt the life form disintegration ray coming out of the Vel'Koz. More trading top lane, wet slap fights. This is my type of gameplay. I love this stuff.
Ora.
And the set W comes out. It does nothing, but it doesn't matter because base HP regen. Oh, we see the
Here
trade
we
coming
go.
back
Orange
in.
coming in. Oh, yo, but Orange should be.
Oh my god, look
Oh,
at that
very
juke.
close. Very close.
That's a great settle, actually, to put the Ornn in a really bad spot for his ulti. If the
Yeah.
Ornn goes back in on the set with his ulti there, the set can actually turn it around with his W coming off cooldown.
Yeah.
So I think it's
Oh.
a good decision from the Ornn to not follow up there. It
It's
looks
a
weird
very
from our
hard
perspective.
ulti to hit.
Yeah.
From that, an Ornn player like myself here, I play a lot of top lane, and it is not an easy Ornn to hit. Set
And you're
new
pretty
that
high
Ornn
elo, aren't
W.
you? Yeah.
Sets knew that Ornn didn't have W up, which made him know that he could very easily put him in a bad spot, put him in a bad place, and get out free with his life.
Absolutely. We do see the Ashe ult coming down mid lane, aiming at the Trundle's blue buff. It won't connect with anything as Trundle has just taken it, but it is a interesting attempt to try and get vision over the blue buff as Galio might rotate to take it. With that said, Trundle does pick up this third blue buff for Sentinels, whereas the third blue buff is just about to spawn for the side of Broken Art button. I'd like to see that blue buff hopefully go onto the Vel'Koz and allow him to wave clear a lot easier mid lane against this Galio. Meanwhile, bot lane still pretty actually even, all things considered. The Ashe might have a kill, but there is the Xayah CS advantage. This is something you probably expect out of this lane because there's a lot of respect coming into the bot engage, and you can't actually walk up to last hit every minion. But these farm numbers, all things considered, really good from both bot laners given their circumstances.
Jack's going in on Galio, just gonna do a couple trading there. Trundle's coming in for that counter gank.
Yeah, these pillars have been incredible.
Got that.
Oh!
Fire in the laser.
And the Trundle just does get away with his flash, just barely there. Good play from both teams to turn that gank. Both mid laners super low, very volatile, both junglers incapable of following up on ganks. Trundle retreats in his jungle to heal, stack to get more EXP and gold, and hopefully catch up to the Trundle in farm and levels. Mid lane as well, pretty even in CS, only about a wave different. Top lane, we see Set falling a little bit far behind because of the roams and ganks, as well as the counter gank top lane. But it's not the end of the world.
We got that.
Stopwatch down for Vel'Koz, though, is a big deal if he needs to survive an Ornn ulti in the future for the next Dragon fight, or Rift Herald especially. We see bot lane continuing to trade. The Ashe working towards her Blade of the Ruined King. Does have free boots, too, you see there. It's pretty normal for Ashes to go down the Inspiration tree so they can get approach velocity. And most of the time you see them pick up free boots while they're in there. The engage on a Nami.
We got Trundle down here as well. Zach's joining the party.
And they all get away.
Both teams are just going to be disengaging there. Good call by both teams.
Yeah, good call from the Nami to get out there. It's a good tidal wave to buy her some time and get her out of that fight. We see the Ashe hawk-shotting the river, giving her Zach the ability to make the right decision and jump in if he finds an opportunity. We do see Zach jumping into the river.
Xayah is alone here.
Good
Xayah ultimate down with a flash. Good disengage on that part there. Rakan and Trundle are back to fight. We got a TP coming down. Ornn is joining the party. We also got Vel'Koz. Oh, here comes Set. Galio are coming down. Set's trying to get his team out of there. Xayah does chip off Ashe here. We got Ornn doing some more chip damage, tanking the turret.
And we'll all
that will be the end of that. Going into that dragon, that's a good transition from Sentinels to get Dragon pressure. They've gotten wards on this map, making sure that they have clear vision in that river there.
Absolutely. It's a good fight, good TPs, good Galio ulti bot lane too, to make sure that they can secure this second dragon for them, put themselves closer to Soul Point. If they're actually, normally Ocean Soul is one of the weaker souls, but for a team like Sentinels with their team comp, Ornn ult, Trundle ult, Galio ult, Xayah ult, and Reconnel. Cloud Soul is actually nutty for this team in team fights. They're all gonna get huge advantage. The only one who doesn't absolutely destroy with it is Galio, and that's debatable because as soon as he ulties in, he's gonna start charging his W with the ridiculous move speed buff that he'll get off of the Ocean Soul, or Cloud Soul rather, and he'll just sprint into that team and taunt 5 people like it's nobody's business.
Oh, that chicken is ready.
That chicken is primed for basting. I think you do that, right? I don't eat meat. What do you do? What do you do with meat? Please help me.
Well, you gotta cook it until
You gotta cook
make
it?
sure that you gotta make sure that chicken is cooked all the way. And you can see that with this Galio gameplay. He has been all over the map, gotten 3 kills, 1 assist with heavy just counter ganks. He's been following this Zach.
What do you think Vel'Koz cooks with? Like he's analyzed all of Runeterra, right? What's the optimal way to cook a chicken?
I think he just stares at it. I'm pretty sure he just he looks at the chicken, and we might have something topside.
No, nothing's happening. We do have the Rift Herald picked up onto the Zac. They're looking for an opportunity to use it top lane. Trundle recognizing this, shadowing his top laner, preventing the dive. We should see the Rift Herald get procced here. It should do some healthy damage to the turret, but no one should die here. We'll see.
We got Ornn ulti coming down. I think this is more of a disengage.
Absolutely. We'll see the Rift Herald get a charge off. It should die soon after. Bot lane is rotating mid, looking to see if they can get pressure on that mid lane turret while they've committed 3 top lane on the broken R-button side.
This turret should be heading down pretty quickly, actually, with that demolish.
We see the Vel'Koz laser coming out, forcing the Zac to reset.
That is some good damage.
Great damage.
We got that set ulti into the punch. Galio is keeping his life, but not enough to survive the set W.
They will pick up 2 kills off of that timely Vel'Koz ulti and set Zac roam onto the mid lane. Trading 2 lives for the mid turret.
Broken R-button. Oh, we got another engage. Ornn's coming in. Double knockup. Here we go, and this should be, we're going to be watching them try and chip down this Zac. He is very tanky. Set is trying to just keep his best friend alive.
Zai's coming in from the bottom too, though. Trying to defend that Zac with everything they got.
Oh, Zac gets out.
Keep chasing on to set. Zai is here now.
Nami still has R, I'm pretty sure, here.
Second pillar. Nami used our bot lane, so it's not up yet for this fight. And we still see dragons spawning in 2 minutes. Very, very close fights. Mid lane, super scrappy, super high all-in trades, right? We see Trundle going on to Ashe.
Trundle's going on Ashe. Ashe is alone. Trundle's coming in, but she flashes out to save her life there. Good call.
Good call from the Ashe. Resetting. She used both her summoners, which is going to be rough for them going into Dragon. But they should be able to protect her with well-timed Nami ultis and Vel'Koz disengage. We see them pushing the Sentinel side, pushing down on this bot lane turret. They should be able to get it uncontested while Ashe resets. Nami's coming out of base. Zac's clearing his bot side jungle. And all is right in the world. We see a very large CS advantage coming out top lane, though, which might be detrimental to the chances for broken R-button.
Zac is ulting in. We have the Nami. Not enough damage.
Galio disengaging, engaging onto the Zac, blows him up! And then we see the disengage after that, just taking the 1-for-0 team fight for Sentinels. Pulling ahead quite a bit in gold advantage here. We see the gold advantage at the top of the screen, reaching about 6,000, 5,500 gold. And we see the reset from the bot lane in preparation for this dragon. Zaya's got a lot of gold to spend, Khan's got some gold to spend, and that Trundle's got a lot of gold to spend once he gets the chance to. And he just spends it now, picks up the Gargoyle Stone Plate. That troll is gonna be unkillable. Especially if he ults Zac or set. We see the Vel'Koz is keeping up just fine in CS mid, and he's really gonna need to output that damage in this next team fight using his Ludens. We see the pillar coming in though, just to disengage, make sure that his team can get out safely. and they pressure around Dragon again. Again, this Dragon is way, way more valuable to Sentinels than it is to Broken R Button. And Broken R Button actually has the ability to just give it up for free if they think they'll have a better chance to fight when it's Soul Point. I don't think that'll happen. Set has TP, Ornn has TP. They're both probably going to look to be
Here we go.
Huge
we got the engage from Galio. We're going in here. Trundle is chunking down Zach. Vel'Koz ulti. Galio's ulting down, but they are going to be running for their lives. Ornn has a 4-man knockup. Galio's going in, chunking them down. Taunting coming in. Zach is out of that fight too.
Huge fight coming out of Sentinels. Massive Ornn ulti in the choke point. This is why you might want to give up the Dragon, but Sentinels does not care. They don't give you a chance to give up Dragon. They're taking the fight to you. They're taking third soul. They're now on Soul Point. We're looking at a very, very important Dragon fight coming up in 4 minutes.
I think one thing to note here is that the set didn't TP down that fight. He's actually pushing that pressure topside, trying to get that CS advantage down to even.
Yeah, I think the set, the communication on Broken R Button there is probably like, hey, this fight is lost. They got a really, really good recon engage onto us. So I recommend you stay top lane. You take farm, you take what jungle camps you can, you take the turret. You get us what gold back we can, because we need to stat up as much as possible before this Soul Point. Once the Soul Point goes down, it's not actually going to be game, but it is such a huge advantage in mobility and team fighting for Sentinels that it's going to be super, super hard for the Ashe and Vel'Koz to outplay them in these team fights. We see pressure around Baron, but really, Sentinels should just be warding it, making sure that nothing sneaky comes down from Broken R Button, nothing desperate. Let themselves keep farming up, keep outscaling. With this gold advantage, they are going to have an item advantage in every team fight. They're going to have a power advantage as Ornn gets those levels and gets those ornament upgrades. And they should just be playing for this Soul Point safely without making any risky plays. We see Ashe has completed her fork, but she is building into a BF sword item. I can assume it's going to be an Infinity Edge.
We got a Zac engage here. Zac ulti. Galio is coming in for the counter gank. Trundle is tanking turret. He doesn't care. The Vel'Koz ultimate comes down. Nice chunk of damage. Zac's passive down. Set goes down. But the pure tankiness from Sentinels here is just too much for them to handle. They're going to be taking this tower.
Absolutely. This game's starting to turn into a runaway, really. With the 7k gold advantage coming in from Sentinels, and their team comp of just multiple big chunkuses, it is going to be so hard for that Ashe without a Runans to kill enough people at once to make this fight work. See the pillar coming in, wrapping Tommy.
Galio is just tanking turret. He does not care. Comes in, cleans up the Nami.
So much damage coming out of him.
That is some thick thigh for some chicken strips there. That is one big boy.
Absolutely. That is... Nolan, what is the biggest piece of chicken you have ever eaten?
I was at Disney, and they have like the Flintstones. Okay. And that thing was bigger than my head. That is the Galio this game here. That thing was huge.
Flintstones Disney World chicken.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's important to note. Now, what are we going to do if he gets even bigger? How do you get bigger than Flintstones chicken? The engage on the Vel'Koz.
Vel'Koz.
Barrier blown.
Okay, look at this. Some nice damage. Oh, natural ulti. Vel'Koz. Nice positioning by him, but Galio's coming in. He don't care.
That's that Flintstones chicken. Holy cow! Coming in on the TP, picking off the Vel'Koz. Crazy cross map Ashe arrow as well, picking off the recon.
That was a really good Ashe arrow.
Absolutely. We see the set clearing mid lane, trying to get some pressure for his team. Dragon spawning in 1 minute, 20 seconds. This is going to be the fight that really puts the
they're looking for a pick on Galio, but Galio is just doing his chip damage and walking away there.
Those thighs don't lie. They don't care. That chicken is not ready to be cooked. He will not stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
We need to see a reset coming out of Sentinels here. The Trundle has 2.5k gold, and the Galio has 1200. We want to see a reset, picking up pink quartz, picking up components before this dragon fight so that they can properly contest it. We do see the Trundle reset. He picks up the Randuin's Omen. Actually a really smart purchase into the Ashe, because if you guys didn't know, all of Ashe's attacks actually crit if you're slowed. So he's always getting that Randuin's passive against her damage, and he's just hoping to outlast and out-tank through the Vel'Koz damage or interrupt it himself with another great pillar. We see Dragon is coming up in 7 seconds. Both teams trying to contest, set in base, but has TP up. Probably going to clear that mid lane out, wait and see if he can get a good TP flank, but there's no wards on the flank to TP in. Sentinels will start up the Dragon.
They're starting it all right. Orange just going to be there, making sure that they don't come in. Just knocking up that Zac, making sure they don't engage.
Zac's making a mad dash.
Here comes the dragon. He sniped the dragon. It's gone. Oh, here we go. We got Xayah chipping them back in the back line there, just taking them out. Galio is cheating and CC'd with Ornn there.
Absolutely running him down. Vel'Koz is trying to run for his life, but he will not get away. Na'Vi
Those tentacles are not fast enough.
4 for 1 for Sentinels as they push down mid and look to end the game. Or at the very least, take inhib and transition to Baron.
These death timers right now are pretty small for mid-game. So Zac will be up to defend. Oh, here we go. Xayah's just going to take out Nami.
Yes, we see the Nami taken out by the Xayah there, meaning that the death timers are staggered. That means that Sentinels can just rotate after this inhib over to Baron after a reset, and they should be able to get the fight in a 4 vs 5 advantage too. Xayah is clearing out bot lane, getting some pressure, hitting the turret down there too. We see the big tanks on Sentinel side resetting into the enemy jungle, stealing all their camps, denying as much gold as they can from the enemy team. And we should see the Xayah reset after this turret kill, and we do.
Xayah showed up big that fight. She came in. She was in a very nice spot. The press R button press is the red team there. They just couldn't get to her. Just a lockdown from that front line there. They just...
And that's huge plays coming out of the Ornn and the Trundle too to interrupt the Zac engage, completely ruining his chances of stealing the dragon, and just making sure that their Trundle can lock down the dragon, get the Air Drake soul, and they can continue to pressure this game and run away with it. We see a 12k gold advantage, and I don't want to lie, this game's not looking very good for Broken Armor. I think this is pretty over and done with. Sentinels should be walking away with this game. I think the only chance that they're gonna have as Broken Arm Button to turn this game around is they need to find a pick, preferably onto the Xayah, because I don't think they can actually kill Galio before he turns it into an advantageous fight. And then they need to look for a 4 vs 5 team fight with a set flank and a Zac engage. That's where I'd start.
Need that Elder. But Elder's not coming up for another 3 minutes and 30 seconds, so they got that Baron pressure right now from Sentinel that they're just going to be looking to end the game, finish it up, and then get prepared for the next one.
Absolutely. We see, like, absolutely disgusting levels of anti-Ashe itemization coming out too from Sentinels. We see the Ornn picking up the Thornmail, Sunfire, and Ninja Tabi. We see the Trundle with the aforementioned Randuins and Ninja Tabi. We see its Zanya's now in mid lane. And that Xayah, completely untouchable through this massive front line. The Ashe has to burn through all 3 of these super high damage, super obnoxious, super high CC frontliners before she can even reach the Xayah. And that's where I'm thinking, like, you have to find a pick on this Xayah. You have to force them to make a misplay. You have to bait them into fountain diving you. Something like this to be able to turn this game around. There are massive shutdowns on the side of Sentinels. And if you can get those all onto Vel'Koz and Ashe, then you actually have a chance.
We got a set engage here. Zac's coming in with that ulti. Ornn's gonna respawn there, interrupting the Vel'Koz ulti. Trundle is huge, just smacking down, takes out Nami. Galio almost fried chicken, but not quite. Trundle's going to be holding them off, and I feel like they're going to be able to push this down and take the game here.
Absolutely. We see the Sentinels taking a really good 2-for-0 team fight. The mid laner, the Galio, is very chunked out, but he looks like he'll just recall TP back in using that Empowered Baron recall. And the TP just on a minion here, getting into the fight. Ashe gets caught by the pillar. Not much she can do. She's trying her best to hold off this engage, but it looks like they're gonna end the game. Zac, Deuce into passive. Zeltos dying. Nami, support. Nexus, dead. That's game one. Sentinels versus Broken R Buttons. Sentinels take it with a very, very tanky team comp and some great play.
Oh yeah, that was a good game. It was a high action game since the start, with Zac coming in at level 2 for that early gank there. And this immediate response from Sentinels. They looked like they were going to be falling behind, but they had good wards, good pressure, great counter ganks, which really set them ahead in the game and snowballed into the late game.
Absolutely. The really impressive play early game, especially recovering bot lane after that early first blood from the very, very wacky and innovative level 2 Zac gank, really put them in a position to win this game, take it full force with their super tanky team comp. Utilizing the small advantage Ornn got top lane as well off of the early set roam to ensure that he pulled super far ahead in that matchup, and all of it just snowballing into small advantage after small advantage, small team fight win, until they got the Cloud Soul, until they got the Baron, and just ran it down into the enemy base and won. Awesome. So we will be moving on to game 2 very shortly. I would love it if everyone sticks around and joins us for that too, because if I know anything, it's going to be just as exciting as this game.
If it was anything like last game, I'm super hyped.
Absolutely. Welcome back to Game 2 of Sentinels versus Broken Arbun. If you're just joining us, Sentinels won Game 1 in a very bloody fashion, sporting super tanky frontline comp with Zyricon bot lane, and just forcing fights over and over again into Broken Arbun.
Oh boy, that was so much fun.
Absolutely, it was tons of fun. I am Hunter. You might know me as
Ryder.
Baby. This is Ryder, and we'll be taking you through Game 2. Sentinels versus Broken Arbun draft number 2 sees Sentinels really pushing forward with their tank strat. We see another Galio mid lane, we see a Cho'Gath top lane replacing the Ornn, still see the same Trundle jungle, and we see another super aggressive bot lane, though more focused on trading and less on all-ins in Lucian Karma. Broken Arbun is going to answer back with the Veigar mid lane, the Echo jungle, the Set top lane, and the Morgana Kaisa bot lane. That Morgana Kaisa bot lane probably going to have some issues into Karma Lucian, but they're just going to want to farm it out, get what advantage they can. A lot of this game is probably going to be factored around who gets the advantage in the jungle. Echo is super snowbally, but really weak if he falls behind early, and Trundle definitely has the ability to fight him early, but just isn't able to lock him down like you would be with other junglers. You see Trundle picked early as a super aggressive pick to counter a lot of junglers because the pillar is such an annoying ability and his Q is such a good trading tool, but Echo just avoids that. He's got tons of movement speed, he's got a dash that lets him get over the pillar, and he can do some really interesting and powerful creative gank path. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do with the Echo pick in this game, hopefully saving his bot lane, pushing advantages top lane, or comboing with the Veigar cage and the Parallel Convergence combo mid lane to absolutely ruin this Galio's day. Now with that said, let's get into game. Masagi! As we roll into this game here, we will see that junglers are picking up fairly normal itemizations again. Echo going Talisman, gonna look for an AoE clear, probably start bot side and go into his Raptors. Look, maybe for an early gank, mid lane level 2, but that's a bit risky without his E available. They are...
It's spotted. Oh, we got the Q from Morgana there. They might be able to pick her off. We do get the Karma Flash.
That's actually
that will
really
be huge.
Absolutely. Morgana Bind hitting bot lane now is just almost a free kill if the Echo is in the vicinity. And that Trundle's going to have to path really aggressive to bot lane to make sure that that Echo can't get that 3-minute 20 gank off. Now, from here on, we will see the teams revert into the point of scrimmage. They're just going to cover all the invade spots. No team's going to make too aggressive play. We do see Lucian posturing on his ward in the Tri-Brush, seeing if he can get some free damage before lane phase, but I don't expect anything too massive to come of it. One thing that Broken Arbun does have to be careful for walking the bot lane, the Kaisa Morgana are going to be very weak to this Tri-Brush camp from the Lucian Karma. And if they walk into a Karma ult Q, the empowered Q, and they walk into a Lucian, they are going to get demolished. Smart by them though, we do see them walking, taking the safe route to lane, not going to get chunked, not going to lose lane level 1. Very smart decision by them. Now we actually see them probably getting a slight advantage on the minion wave getting there first. Cho'Gath Set's another one of those lanes where Set can definitely win. Cho'Gath can actually win this lane if he plays it really well, but it's probably just going to be an HP regen off. Cho'Gath with his passive, Set with his passive. No one wants to do anything in that lane. They just want to get as much farm as they can and scale into team fights in mid game. And mid lane is a Veigar lane. Veigar doesn't do much in the early game. I'm sure we all know that. We've all played against Veigars. It's super annoying to play against him because you know if you don't pressure him enough, he's going to scale. But he doesn't have any wave control early game. And Galio, king of wave control. Absolutely massive amounts of wave control and should be able to get really good roam timings or really good support for his jungler. really
we got that
looking at...
Morgana Q, but they got that level 2 advantage, so it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do an all-in quite yet.
Absolutely. These Morgana Qs keep hitting the Karma, too. Getting really good trade damage down on her. Galio pressuring this Veigar like only Galio can. Clucking in his face. Can't stop it either.
Now, there was something I wanted to talk to you about here, Hunter. You noticed at the very beginning there that they get that early ward over on their Raptors there. This Trundle is watching the Echo, watching his jungle path, and paths differently depending on where he sees him.
Absolutely. The Trundle really looking to take advantage of the Echo. He's not the best clear. While it is fast, it often takes a reasonable amount of damage doing the clear himself. And he needs to be really careful to not get caught out at below 50% HP and with his E down against this Trundle. It's great warding too to keep track on the jungler. We see the Cho'Gath roaming down the mid lane, contesting actually topside Crab right now while Trundle works on the bot side Crab. In fact, he's already got it. That's going to be a double Crab advantage and actually a huge amount of EXP and gold for top lane getting this Crab.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's being pushed in, and he's really keeping wave control as well, and pressuring that mid lane to stay back. We got a Trundle engage. Morgana Q. Heal going out there. Is it enough? Not quite there. We got a lot of summoners down now, which will be huge for this next first dragon.
Absolutely. And we see the Burnt Flash coming into play there. The Karma ult Q actually missed because of a Savior minion jumping in the way. But if the Karma has Flash there, that's a guaranteed kill on Kaisa when she gets rooted. She gets to just flash to the side, hit that guaranteed Karma Q, absolutely demolish her, and this Kaisa's done. Like, she cannot walk into this lane. You already see trades like this. This is how this lane's gonna go all game. This Kaisa cannot do anything in this lane. Morgana does not offer any trading support unless she hits Q, and even then you have to all in to utilize it. Lucian, on the other hand, is absolutely disgusting at trading early game. Karma disgusting at trading early game. Kaisa's got no hope right now. She really needs to get bailed out by this Echo while he's on the bot side.
Oh, and she just gets picked off by Karma.
Wow.
And then Lucian gets queued. Echo's coming in. Quick cleanup. Are they gonna get two? Karma does not have any mana, but we have another party up top side here. Karma does get out with her life.
Hard trading going up top side, yeah.
But Trundle is counter ganking, coming up top here, making sure that there is pressure applied on this map for his team.
Good cross-map conversion by the Trundle. Notices the Echo bot lane, goes in, chunks the set out of lane, forces his TP. Karma making sure that the Morgana can't reset. The kill does go to Echo, thankfully, bot lane, and the first blood went to Karma, meaning that this lane could be so much worse for the Kaisa than it is actually going to be. She gets a great Praise Seeker or a great Void Seeker onto the Karma to reset her back. Karma's low mana, half HP. This is really going to add a lot of pressure to lane, either Karma backing or Karma not being able to contest lane properly.
Yeah, I definitely think Morgana, once she's back in here, they could just look for a quick engage.
Yeah, they absolutely, if they're going to do anything in this lane, they need to look for the engage onto the Karma and let the Lucian just do what he's going to do. Lucian actually resetting with his support here, knowing about the risk of Echo reganking into his no flash and the Morgana bind. So smart decisions coming out of Sentinels there. Good bot lane reset. Still a large CS advantage, even if Kaisa is going to catch up a little bit. Echo probably looking to reset, but he is on a ward. He will sweep it out. Really,
he does notice. Good.
Great map sets coming out of the Echo there to find that ward. I don't know if they saw the Cho'Gath or the Trundle walk into the jungle there, or if his teammate told him about it, but just really great call to get rid of that ward. It means Echo can actually back safely without anyone knowing that he has to reset.
Looks like they're going to try and pick up this first dragon here.
Yeah, and this is just overflow from the push advantage mid lane and the trade advantage bot lane. There's not going to be too much that Broken Arbun can look to do to contest this. They can walk in, they can throw some abilities there, but the actual fight is so disastrous. R coming in top.
We got R coming in top. Nice damage out, but just not enough to take out that Cho'Gath.
But will
Those
it
are the
burn
types of
Cho'Gath?
trade that
Wow.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot topside. Set can be
Yeah.
so oppressive to Cho'Gath.
Especially with the Cho'Gath going the AP build, he's going to be so much less tanky into the set, which is good for team fights. It means the set ult won't be as oppressive, but it does mean that his trades are going to be substantially worse. Gotta be careful about this Cho'Gath R.
He does have R up. He doesn't go through the.
Yeah, it just does not get the execute on the set there. See more trading going on bot lane. Lucian dashing in on the Morgana, ulting.
Is this gonna be enough? It is enough! We got a TP coming up top. Cutting that set. Caught up topside. Quick.
Yeah, this Galio, SkaterCat's Galio, it's been absolutely disgusting on these counter ganks and roam. Great communication, great TP, great ulties, all through both of these games.
You even saw, like, last game, he was all over the map with these counter ganks, and pressuring that team, making sure his team is safe. I think he's really doing well. You got to give him the man where credit's due in the sense of just that pure map pressure and the utter just, like, CC lockdown from Galio.
Absolutely. Super high damage, super high CC, and great map awareness coming in big for this team. One of the things we haven't talked about in pick ban due to our circumstances is pick order and priority on what way people are picking champions. We noticed that Sentinels are actually last picking their bot lane every game. We saw Zyra Khan, super powerful 2v2 come out last time, and now we see again with the Lucian Karma, another super powerful laning duo. And this is one of the issues that you might find yourself in when you're blind picking Kai'Sa. Especially if you're not planning on picking a super defensive or power-laden support like Nautilus, like Braum, something like that to go with her, is you're going to find yourself in positions where you just cannot trade against these super aggressive lanes.
Might have another fight right here breaking out. Nope.
We see Sentinels disengaging, seeing the Echo and the set coming, a good choice, making sure that they don't get caught up with the big RE. But yeah, this bot lane is just really smart draft decisions, puts them ahead in lane phase with their champion picks, and then really good play and capitalization takes it from there. We do see farm going pretty even in the mid lane, pretty even in the top lane, and with a slight advantage to the Trundle in the jungle, and that 20 CS advantage that you would expect.
The chicken's in the oven.
Oh,
are they gonna? Or do they have enough to take him out?
That chicken is
there he goes!
Overcooked.
They're countering him back bot side. They know that Echo is mid. They're going to be pressuring down them. And up top here as well. They're going all over the map.
Holy cow, the fighting.
That ulti coming down. Cho'Gath noms in.
So, alright. What did Cho'Gath just eat? What type of bird is set? What type of bird is set?
Is that a bird, or does he wear bird?
I don't know. He's Mastian, right? Like, Mastian. Is Aya and Rakan a bird?
Yeah, I think their legs are bird-like. Does that have bird-like? I think he does leg day.
He's Mastian, right?
He doesn't have chicken legs. That man does legs. He never skips out on leg day.
He's got some thick thighs. This match really is the battle of the chicken legs.
Oh,
right now.
Yeah.
It's just the sets, the Zyra Khans, the Galios. Huge plays coming out of Sentinels. Sentinels might actually stand for something to do with chickens. I don't really know. Gotta look more into this. I'll do an interview with their team over the week and ask them what they think about their favorite type of chicken. I'll get that back to you guys. We see Karma engaging on Morgana, just poking her out, making sure that she can't get any XP off of this wave while Lucian shoves in. Karma and Lucian should be resetting here, taking a good back timing, spending their gold. Lucian coming back with close to his Essence Reaver. And we do actually see, I think the Kai'Sa's adapting to the fact that she's going to have way less gold and might be building the Ginsu's first item and foregoing the tier altogether. An interesting adaptation that should give her an earlier spike, but a significantly reduced late game power level. And I'm interested to see how she gets her Q evolved with all of this adaptation involved. Because you normally see the Q evolve really predicated on the double pickaxe power spike from the Mana Moon Egg. We do see another engage around Dragon, though. And a fight top lane.
Oh, that's coming in. Good damage off the set there. Taking out the Cho'Gath. Understanding Cho'Gath doesn't have his R up.
And we see,
But
yeah.
a quick reaction from Lucian Karma bot lane. They're going to be forcing that Dragon down. They're putting pressure top bot side. This Kai'Sa cannot join the fight at Dragon.
Yeah, look at this incredible damage coming out of Lucian.
She's...
Oh, what an outplay!
Oh, here we
cow.
go! Quick reaction. The Kai'Sa smacks back, punishing Lucian for tower diving her.
And that's absolutely massive for the Kai'Sa. Getting the shutdown onto Lucian and being able to ensure that she gets with the shutdown gold, she completes her Ginsu. Now she's actually at a really strong one-item power spike if she can stack that up before a fight. And she might be able to actually fight this Lucian with a little bit of help from her support and from her jungler. She might be able to just destroy this Lucian if she gets him isolated, gets him hit by her W and the isolated Q. That Lucian might just disappear. Such is Kai'Sa damage.
Oh.
We see another engage going in mid lane, though.
Here we go. Trundle has one mission. He does not like that mage.
Oh my god. He's just running through them. Galio's left behind.
Galio's going to be coming down.
Oh man. Very
Yeah.
interesting engage going in mid lane. Really looking to get kills onto that Veigar. But Echo there with a great counter gank and Set roaming down from top lane to ensure that the Cho'Gath can't answer. More of these trades bot lane. And Lucian calling out the color.
Big dots coming out there.
Absolutely. Great job.
Keeping that Kai'Sa safe.
Great exhaust. Okay. So, this just in. The Trundle is actually disconnected. And he will be disconnected probably for the rest of the game. So, we have to really see how the Sentinels lineup can work without the Trundle for the rest of this game. It actually doesn't put them out of this game. Normally in a 4 vs 5, you think the game's over. They have a pretty, even if the gold doesn't represent it right now, they have a really healthy advantage just based on the ball lane and based on the fact that Cho'Gath is going to scale really hard and Galio is going to scale really hard. What they really want to be looking for to make the most out of this 4 vs 5 is they want to fight Dragon. Even though that sounds really weird without a smite, they have Cho'Gath R to secure the dragons, and they can very easily kill the Echo if he tries to contest with the Feral Scream from Cho'Gath. That's his silence. Will prevent Echo from ulting or Zhonyazing once he gets that item. And they will just blow him up from there if he engages into that dragon fight. Even if they lose the dragon to the Echo Smite, it doesn't matter. So long as they force the fight and force engages, they're gonna be able...
Here we go. Lucianar coming down,
Oh,
taking out Kai'Sa.
Out of nowhere.
That damage is just massive.
We see the Echo coming in mid lane too, though, but the Galio turning it around.
The Galio. He's got that nice disengage. Galio is good like that.
Some thick thighs, though. Holy cow. That man's beefy.
Very beefy.
They have the Merc Treads, too. Pretty much immune to Veigar and Echo damage right now. Out of nowhere, too, though. Veigar's picked up 3 kills, actually building a nice advantage for himself there in CS, too. Veigar has got to be the way that Broken Arbon looks to win this game out. He's got to be the one dealing the damage.
Oh, but it looks like he might get caught here.
Good cage, making sure he can walk away, too. Mid lane turret's also super low mid lane. You're going to have to really look to make those aggressive plays on the map, because you are not going to win late game team fights 4 vs 5 against this team comp, so you really have to pressure the early game with it. Galio going for another trade on the Veigar, just can't quite get enough CC onto him to one-shot him. Cho'Gath rotating top side. Good.
Oh, we got a gank from bot lane here. Going up top, securing down this set. This damage from Lucian is huge.
Yeah, this Lucian is absolutely massive. And he's either building Trinity Force or he's building Black Cleaver. Once again, here we see the Phage coming out. Actually a really smart choice knowing it's 4 vs 5. you need to build these super high damage spike items early game, and you need to snowball now. You don't have any other options to win this game because you, as you might know, you can't win late game team fights 4 versus 5 consistently, but you can win these skirmishes very easily. Especially with how powerful Lucian is, how weak the Kai'Sa is right now.
We do have a dragon coming up, and you see that they even did the lane swap from bot to top here, knowing that Cho'Gath has his R4 dragon.
Yeah, the Cho'Gath has the R. He will be sitting near the dragon. The Echo's fighting mid lane, looking to get pressure before the dragon spawns so that they can rotate down to it. You see actually on the top side of the map, you do see the Lucian and the Karma are taking Rift Herald, which will enable them to push down turrets and hopefully get like a real gross Doom push if they win a team fight. It doesn't happen too often, but sometimes you see the Shelly get like 3, 4, maybe even 5 charges off and just end the game on the spot. And that's got to be what they're looking to do with the Shelly here. They trade the Infernal Dragon, take their free fight, essentially, and trade it for the Rift Herald. We see the Veigar flash in, but he trades his
Takes out Karma, but Lucian coming in, cleaning up, pushing down mid lane here.
Absolutely. Cho'Gath Rupture onto the Kai'Sa. Going in.
And nom nom. Down goes Kai'Sa. Now, there's something I want to talk about. You saw here that Sentinels just, they knew that they weren't going to be getting that dragon, so they pressured down bot side. They got that Rift Herald, and they put it up directly mid. Yeah. Just to try and get some turrets.
Yeah, so they put it mid lane to try and break the mid lane turret open and get some map pressure for them to be able to invade the enemy jungle. Unfortunately, they didn't quite break the turret because of the Veigar's play, which might have actually been the intention from it. Trading his life there is normally a bad choice, right? You give over the assist gold, you give over the shutdown, and you only get a support in return for it. But if that kill prevents the Karma Lucian from taking that mid turret, and you're able to hold it for a few more minutes, that kill is worth it in map pressure on its own. So it might actually be like this 9x galaxy brain, like they see into the future, making these awesome plays, making sure that they can't get map pressure, knowing it's a 4 versus 5, knowing their win cons, right? We see the Karma getting jumped on by the Veigar, or is it the Veigar jumping on by the Karma?
Coming in, doing his damage. He's got exhausted down, but it's not enough. He's gonna go back in. Nope. Cho'Gath coming in, eating his dinner. Taking out Set as well.
Now they gotta be looking to push down this mid turret. And then maybe even transition it into more objectives. That's a 2 for 0 team fight too. And they made sure to fight around the 4 versus 5. This game is currently 4 versus 4. I know it looks like it's 4 versus 5. This Kai'Sa's not a champion yet. Like, this Kai'Sa cannot hit.
Here comes Lucian's damage, taking out Echo. They're pushing down mid. They're going in. They're going hard. They have to reset.
And it's great push, great picks, great pressure onto the Kai'Sa there, making sure that she can't get any damage in. She won't be able to get any damage in so long as Sentinels are playing this well around their cooldowns and around their CC and around their speed. See that the Sentinels team is going to counter jungle the red buff, counter jungle the rest of the small camps when they can, ensure that there's no gold for this Kai'Sa or this Echo to come back into the game with. The Echo does have a CS advantage in jungle, but jungle has been DC'd for 15 minutes. 5 minutes. But only just. The CS advantage top lane is pretty irrelevant at this point, since Cho'Gath is snowballing pretty hard off of items, Glacial Augment, and just the slow passives. Whereas the Set is just looking to get enough raw HP to be able to survive. And the Veigar, let me check his stacks for us actually. And we see he's actually currently at 156 stacks on his passive, and his AP is at 337. That's a lot of AP, especially for those.
Here comes the battle of the chickens right now, Hunter.
Oh, jeez.
That's it.
One of those chickens has auto attack damage. We see the set trying to run away from the
Sentinels trying to... Lucian, again, coming in hot. He has a heat-seeking missile for kills.
Absolutely. Veigar really wants to get his death cap though. Before they're able to turn these team fights, before he's able to one-shot Lucian, he needs that death cap. Once he gets that, he should be able to look pretty hot in these team fights. But I think Lucian's play here should definitely be to finish his Infinity Edge, and then work into a QSS and a Maw Malmortius, and just tank through this damage, and be this absolute unit on the front line that he should be, getting Karma shields, getting a CC from his teammates to help win this game.
Cho'Gath getting queued up, but he is one big dinosaur.
He's a gentleman dinosaur too, and that man don't care. That's not nice. Oh, Echo ulting back in.
Echo. Cho'Gath. Lucian's coming in with that big damage.
Cho'Gath
Galio going down. Lucian's coming in for that quick cleanup. That is going to be a 3-4 for 1 trade here. Set needs to run for his life. This dragon is huge for Sentinels if they can pick this up.
It puts them on Infernal Soul point, and I really hope to see them transition off of this dragon into Baron pressure. There's no way that Broken Arbun can steal this. Set doesn't have flash up yet. He can't get over the wall. There's no plant. There's nothing for them to worry about. They'll just confirm, take this dragon, put them on soul point, put them one team fight away from reasonably winning the game, and keep oppressing this Kai'Sa as much as possible. Keep oppressing the Echo, keep silencing it, and keep pushing their advantage as fast as they can. We'll see the Lucian reset here. He'll be picking up his Infinity Edge. I hope to see him pick up the startings of the QSS beside it, because this Veigar is turning into a menace. And then the Karma, building AP items, she knows she has to carry. She knows that they need as much damage as possible to blow up these squishies. Trundle picking up his... no, don't worry about that. Galio still working on his core items. Probably going to work on either a Banshee's Veil or a Stopwatch for his Zhonya's next. And on the side of Broken Arbun, Set's working on his Death Stance, or maybe a Locket, probably the Death Stance though. Veigar, of course, on his Death Cap, Echo into his Lich Bane. Kai'Sa's working on her second core item, probably into the Gnasher's Tooth, so that she can evolve her E and her W by the end of its completion. And Morgana looking at an Ardent Sensor, so that the Set and Kai'Sa will be able to output more damage when they're black shielded. Now, what do all these items mean for us? What's actually going to change the way this game is played? Once the Kai'Sa gets her next item, she's going to be much more powerful and reasonably able to fight the Cho'Gath and the Galio and the Karma. Probably not the Lucian. Lucian's pretty darn massive.
Yeah, I think that Veigar really needs to double down on Lucian. Lucian trying to pick off Echo here. Not quite enough damage. They're going to be pushing down mid, but they might get collapsed on.
Yeah, absolutely. They're pushing down mid lane using the advantages they have from 5
Oh,
champions.
they found a Karma. Karma flashes out, dodges the Q, gets out of the chain here.
But this is a great flank from the Cho'Gath here, and they have a lot of pressure onto this Baron pit with the Galio roaming up. There's no way that Broken Arbun is going to be able to take a fight around an objective right now. They really need to make sure Veigar gets his death cap before this Infernal Soul is up, and they really need to make sure that Echo can get either a stopwatch or finish his Lich Bane. All of this stuff is really going to help them with this next fight, and they're going to need every advantage they can get to take. We do see the binding.
He got that damage. Set's coming down, doing damage on Karma, but now he's being collapsed on by Lucian. There we go. Morgana's caught out.
Cho'Gath zoning the Veigar too.
Cho'Gath goes down to the Veigar ultimate here.
But it doesn't matter.
But
He's won his
does
job.
not
He's won the
stop
team
the
fight for his
Lucian.
team. Lucian massive, dashing around the back line, playing front to back. Cho'Gath doing his job perfectly, zoning out the Veigar, making sure he can't get anywhere near those carries. And this actually looks like they might be able to pull it off. They might be able to win this 4 versus 5. Pushing down mid, looking for the in-hit.
Yeah, they definitely know their win causes here, and they know what they need to do to get this W right now. They're going to be trying to push down to see if they can take out the turret and or even get the inhibitor.
We see the parallel convergence coming out from Echo, engaging in.
What damage! Echo has to immediately ult out from Lucian.
Unstoppable, man. That is just gross damage. That is illegal. That is not okay. Someone needs to put an arrest warrant out on that man right now. We need a Veigar cage. He needs to be put in prison. We do see that he has picked up another Cloak of Agility. This implies to me that he's going for probably a Zeal item here. I'd encourage Phantom Dancer just for the shield so that he can't be one-shot by the Veigar. And this is another approach you can take instead of the Maw Malmortius. Phantom Dancer is a much better item than Maw against this team. The only caveat is Maw's cheaper and gives you CDR. He doesn't actually need CDR now that I look at it, since he's got the Black Cleaver and the Essence Reaver, so he's better than me.
Pick up that Phantom Dancer.
Oh, it's a slow fast
Cho'Gath flashes out.
Onto the
that Cho'Gath is big, but can he run
they are
from
so
the
slow.
mage here?
Oh,
Galio's coming back. Zed's ulting in. Galio taunt into the damage. CCing down set. 1-for-1 trade, but can they pick up the Veigar? Lucian coming in from downtown, picking off Morgana.
And that is right before Dragon spawns in 15 seconds. The only hope to avoid this Dragon Soul is going to be Echo coming in and Smite stealing it. There's no Cho'Gath Beast. We'll see if they actually go for it. I really encourage them to. I really think they should go for this Dragon. And they just have to kill that Echo if he comes in.
That Echo is going to have to definitely steal that. He might have to use it for his life, but he does have ultimate up, so he can easily go in there, smite it, and get out.
There's no wards. And the Dragon goes down.
The Dragon is gone. Echo goes in, but he's being comboed. He ults out.
That's huge. That's Infernal Soul for
big.
Sentinel. That's the advantage they need to be able to close out this game 4 versus 5. Kai'Sa's still not online yet. She's still... I don't even think she has her E-evolve yet. She doesn't. She's still looking at needing more attack speed to evolve her E. The Veigar did complete his death cap, but with the way this Cho'Gath is playing, I don't know if he can actually get next to Lucian. And the Lucian is building MR now. He's got his Phantom Dancer done. That Phantom Dancer is going to shield him for 400 if it procs. It's going to be massive. It's going to negate half of a Veigar ult. It's absolutely insane that they're managing to pull this off. Really great pressure around the objective. Really great use of their Lucian to just run over, essentially, with what the draft bot lane advantage they got is.
They have been getting pick after pick, punishing the enemy team, going in for those objectives, and now I think with this soul here, they'll be looking to get an inhibitor.
Yeah, they definitely have to transition.
You don't see this every day. Hey, Lucian's going in, taking, oh my word! Takes out Zed.
That's
and
not okay.
Galio's
That
on
man's
Kai'Sa.
dead. I think they want to pressure around Baron now with this, now 4v4 on the map. 3 men on Baron. Galio distracting the Veigar.
He's performing the chicken dance.
Of course
this
he
should
is.
This should be a quick, quick pickup of Baron here.
And I think it's actually smart to not contest this Baron if you're broken R button. It's really, really hard to contest this Baron. That Lucian will one-shot every single person on your team as they walk into it. And unless the Veigar gets a perfect flash combo onto like a half HP Lucian, he's not going to be able to kill them. So right now you want to just play for the set respawn. You're still a 4 versus 5. You still have the man advantage, and you can still outplay them on the map, or you can still look for a lucky engagement onto the Lucian before he has QSS. Which is evidently just this push.
Oh my word! Almost takes out Veigar. Ultimate going out by Echo. They are pressuring hard on this mid lane. Veigar has to leave, reset.
The important thing here, though, Veigar didn't die. Lucian burned heal. That's actually massive for them. If Veigar gets back into this fight before they take this turn and they can look for an engage, redo that all over again. They might actually be able one tool down from Lucian, essentially.
Cho'Gath, he takes that Veigar. This
is hard.
They're just gonna take this And they're gonna leave. They're gonna leave here.
It's a good choice too to leave after this. Their Cho'Gath is super low. They could try and push the issue by having the Cho'Gath TP back in, but I think they're better off just waiting until they can get more turrets, spending their gold, and fighting around this Elder Drake. If they're able to secure the Elder Drake, which they do have a team fight advantage right now, it should just be lights out. That Lucian will
this is a 3v5 right now. Zed's TPing up top to contest the Cho'Gath, but Vigar is going down. Zed's now trying to just pick up this turret, but this Cho'Gath is big, and he is hungry!
Oh my god! He's just dead!
He's gone!
He's silenced! Lucian,
oh, here comes Lucian! And he takes out Echo! Going on Morgana! He doesn't care about turrets! He's going in for kills! He wants blood!
Holy cow, this Lucian's unstoppable! I don't know what to do. I don't know what I would do as Broken Our Button here. I don't know. It's hard. It's so rough. I think Kai'Sa's probably just got to re-evolve. She needs to finish that Phantom Dancer or Rune-Ant or whatever it is she's building. She needs to get her items. That Vigar needs to respawn, and that Vigar needs to find a way to one-shot.
Cho'Gath TPing down back into here. Either going to be looking to end this game here.
4 versus 2.
Lucian's just going to do his damage to the top here.
Lucian doesn't care. That's the Nexus going down.
GG! Sentinels take the 4v5!
2-0 for Sentinels over Broken Arbun. In one of the... you can't... This is draft gap. This Lucian played fantastically. The Prophet on fire in both of these games today. This is draft gap. You cannot fault this Kai'Sa for what happened to her in this lane phase. As Kai'Sa, there is like nothing you can do in the Lucian Karma with the Morgana support. It doesn't matter if your Morgana's perfect. It doesn't matter even if you dodge every darn Karma Q. That Lucian is going to dash onto you, and you are going to lose the trade. And you cannot walk up to the minion wave. You can't trade back with him because he will keep out trading you. The only thing you can do is rely on jungle pressure. And the early game, the Trundle did such a good job at matching this Echo, making sure that they had wards in the enemy jungle, to make sure that that Echo could not influence that bot lane. It was just all a steamroll from there.
Incredible game. Incredible game.
Absolutely.
Was a lot of fun from start to finish. These teams are just, it was a bloodfest here. And to win the 4v5 is crazy to just in itself. They knew what they had to do. And they pulled it off. They did every objective. They swapped lanes, and they just pressured down mid for that win.
Absolutely. Really shows great shot calling, great macro awareness from the side of Sentinels to know what they need to do. But don't discount Broken R Button. They put up a hell of a fight, especially in Game 1, and they did everything they could in Game 2, realistically, to fight back from the massive bot differential that they had to contend with, but it just wasn't enough, and the outplays prevailed on the day, and the draft gap really proved through in this one. Now, we have another game coming up, and I hope you'll join us for that. I will be joining us again later for the last 2 games of the day, but I am going to step out. Ryder here will stick around, and I hope you guys enjoy that.